What's happening, my OGers? Today I'm on my on-grid property, but I am doing off-grid things. Scored a couple pallets, so I'm going to make a couple of raised beds, and it's a pretty simple, easy process. There's a few ways to do it. There's many ways to do it, actually. A lot of people will cut right along these lines right here, and just to eliminate the nails. I'm gonna sawzall it right here because these are already pretty short. I think this one is 40 inches long. Yeah, just a little under 40. So I'm gonna make this basically about 40. I think it'll end up being about 42 or 43 inches lengthwise. I made one yesterday, and I used 100% screws. Today I'm trying to use a brad nailer, so it's the same thing. It's just I'm going to try to use it. I'm going to see what happens with brad nails, and then I'm going to put them side by side and see which one lasts longer over the next year or two. I'm going to cut these all up, and we'll get started. Alright guys, this thing is going to look as good as you want it to. And what I mean by that is the better your cuts are, the more you sand, all that stuff, it's going to look better. That's completely up to you. I really don't give a damn. I mean, I'm working with split boards. I mean, I don't care. It's literally to hold plants in a planter that is going to rot sitting in sunlight and getting hit by the sprinklers. Rule of thumb is you should have these all cut to the same length. As you can see, I still got the nails in here. I'm not even taking those out. They're not going to get in my way. See, if I get these all leveled up and straight edged, that middle board is a little shorter. I don't even care about it. I'm not cutting it. I'm not trimming it. I'm not doing anything about it. So guys, I'm not even going to measure. I'm just going to put this up here. Take a marking from the back side, same thing, flip it over. Take a marking from the back side. You do want to make sure you're going to miss your nails. You definitely don't want to hit those with your circular saw. But these ones you'll cut right on those marks. Alright guys, you're going to need about 10 of these. So, a good thing to do right here would be to put a clamp on it, squeeze these two together. I'm not doing that either. I'll tell you guys, I'm putting the very least amount of effort into this. Alright, what I have in here is 1-inch brad nails. Normally you would use 1 1/4 inch screws, and it's like the perfect length. We're going to see what happens with these. Beautiful. There you go, there's one side. Alright guys, so now we're going to start working on the sides. Those first two pieces we made, I know I kept referring to them as the sides. Those are actually the front and back. In order to make the sides, you're going to take 3 planks and cut them in half. Or any length you want. If you want your box to be this wide, you cut them that length. Whatever you want to do. But to make it out of one pallet, you would cut them directly in half. And then you're going to put one of those 10 pieces that you cut on the side instead of in the middle. You're going to put one piece right here, and you're going to put one piece right here. And when you put these pieces here, the front and back are going to go on the inside of this and screw right here. And I'll show you when I get there. But in the meantime, let's get these nailed on there and make that happen. Alright, that piece was cracked. That's why I put so many extra nails in it. Alright, so here's one of the side pieces. So you put that on the ground, like so. And then you put your front piece right here, your back piece right there, and you're going to put the other side over here. And it's going to make an easy box. And then all you got to do is run screws down right here, holding them together. Very simple, very simple. Alright, let me make one more of these pieces, and we'll have another box. Alright guys, try to want to get this lined up as straight as possible. And this is where those good cuts come in. You see, I don't know if the camera's picking it up, but I'm not quite there. And honestly, it's not that big of a deal. That's about as good as I think we're going to get that piece. This is where a clamp would come in handy. This piece is not straight. Whoops. And that's why you keep your hands away from there. Nails like to twist. Basically, place this on a nice level surface. You're basically working on the box upside down. So that's going to be your top right there. Take your front piece and just place it on the inside of this. And then just screw it right down on all four corners. Bada boom, bada bing. Oh, come on. Alright guys, so the last step to this, is just basically running some screws right down here, 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 and here to hold it all square. Now I was going to do this with brad nails only, just as an experiment. The other one I made yesterday was completely out of screws. This one I was going to be completely out of brad nails. But I actually did do brad nails off camera, and it was flimsy. So I know filling it with dirt would actually push everything out. So I'm just going to run screws just to be safe. Better safe than sorry. So this is all brad nailed together, except for the screws holding it together. And I highly recommend free drilling if you're going to use this wood. Pallet wood is usually not in the greatest of shape. There we go. All done. All right, this is the one we just built. Kind of curious to see how much taller that one is, the one I built today. Oh yeah, much taller. Way taller. Wow. All right, so the one on the right is the new one. The one on the left is yesterday's. It's a much smaller pallet compared to this one. All right, just wanted to show you guys I did get the liners in there. All I got to do is fill them with dirt, but I am going to wait for Heather on that because I want to make sure that this is where she wants them. And I also want to run these sprinklers and see how much I'm going to have to adjust. I got a sprinkler in that corner. There's a sprinkler right there. And I got another one over here in this corner as well. I'm not staining them. I'm not doing anything. I'm not going to do anything to protect them. This is really, truly an experiment. This one is all screws, and I want to see how well it holds up. And this one, well, the screws are holding it together, but it was put together with brad nails, and I want to see how it holds up. And guys, I can't stress this enough. This does not have to be done with pallets. I mean, you could go to Home Depot, buy 12-foot. I could do the whole length right here, but you could still use this technique. It's very simple, extremely easy, and it's not picky. I mean, it's nothing. You can see I got gaps. Who cares, you know? There's gaps in there. It's not perfect, not by any means, but who cares? No one's going to see it. No one's going to know. If I was trying to sell these, sure, then I would care. I mean, this one just drops in. My finger fits in there. And if I wanted to, I even could put a railing on top. All right, guys, and there you have it. That's it. That is the box. Super easy to do. I know you can do it. If I could do it, you could do it. I appreciate you guys watching this video. I appreciate you guys being here. Please comment, like, share, and don't forget to subscribe. We'll see you guys in the next one. Thanks for being here. Thanks for watching. Bye, guys.